Well. Feels good to be back sitting here. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. If you are a returning subscriber, I appreciate that. We are back with more ghost stories. I absolutely love this series. It has done a lot of great things for my channel, and I know that you guys love these videos as well. And why not start the new month? It's February now. Can't believe January went that quick. Today, I'll be reading my subscribers' scary stories part 2. A lot of you guys sent me a bunch of great stories. Honestly, I believe I have a total of 50 stories that were sent to me on Instagram or my emails. I appreciate you guys for that. I feel like I'm never gonna run out of stories, and I'm always gonna have something to read. So I appreciate you guys for taking the time of your day and sending me these stories. I read a few of them already, and they are amazing. Anyways, guys, let's not waste any more time. You guys are here to hear the stories, not me. All right, let's get started, shall we? My name is Josh. I'm a new subscriber, and I've been obsessed with your content lately. I love your vlogs, and especially the podcast episode with your mom. But honestly, it's your ghost videos that have hooked me the most. And I wanted to share a personal experience that happened to me on a trip to Mexico back in 2016. Josh, thank you very much for subscribing. I appreciate that, and I appreciate you for sharing this story. All right, let's see what we got here. I was 17 at this time, and like you, I'm from Orange County. We were living in Anaheim back then. Oh, Anaheim? You're basically my neighbor. I live right next to it. My parents decided to celebrate my sister's quinceañera at our family's rancho in Michoacan, Mexico. That's crazy, bro. My family's also from Michoacan. It was summertime and we arrived about a week early. I was excited because my two favorite cousins were already there. We had this tradition whenever we visited, sneaking out late at night to blaze it and then go on long walks around the town. We walked by the lake, hit the nearest convenience store for some chips and sodas. You know, munchie missions. I get that, 100%. The three of us were just hanging out in front of the house by the gate where the cars were parked. We were talking, laughing, just chilling. Then, around 3 a.m., I started feeling something off. It's always 3 a.m., isn't it? It's hard to explain, but it felt like we were being watched. We had been coming to this house in Mexico for years and had done this exact same thing many times before. I had never felt that way. Suddenly, the air felt colder, and there was this horrible smell around us, like something rotting. My cousins noticed the smell too, but we brushed it off, thinking it was probably a dead animal. After all, it was a rancho, filled with animals everywhere. But that feeling of being watched didn't go away. It actually got worse. It felt uncomfortable, real uncomfortable. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's see. Hold up, this sounds exactly what I went through as well. I told my cousins something's out here with us, and that's when we saw it. Across the fence from the house, a black dog with red glowing eyes. It was staring directly at us, growling, breathing so loud that we could feel its breath. The smell was horrible. That's when I realized where that bad smell was coming from. None of us could believe what we were seeing, but we all knew instantly this wasn't a normal dog. It looked massive, almost 4 feet tall. His body was stiff, completely still, with the hair on its back raised. It looked like it was about to attack. It was only a few feet away from us. My older cousin tried to scare it off, saying the classic Mexican phrase, "Shoo, perro, vete de aquí," but it didn't react at all. All three of us slowly started walking backward. My cousin began yelling at it, but then it let out a growl that no dog should be able to make. It was deep, loud, demonic. The sound felt like it vibrated through the ground and into our bodies. That's when my cousin pulled out his gun from his waistband and fired one shot into the air. Only then did the dog finally run away, fast, and just like that, it was gone. The gunshot woke up almost the entire family. My dad and uncle ran outside yelling, "What happened? What was that?" We told them everything, that a massive black dog tried to attack us. My dad and uncle thought we were crazy. My aunt yelled at us, asking if we had been drinking. We were telling the truth, but no one believed us. Classic. They said we were drunk or high, that it was probably just a homeless dog that followed us home. My mom thought we were just exhausted from the trip and started hallucinating maybe. But we all knew what we saw. We never saw that dog again. My sister's quinceañera went perfectly, and no one in the family ever brought up what happened a few nights earlier. We left back to the US and we never spoke about it again. Honestly, we were scared that if we did, it might come back. Years later, I still think about that night. I knew it wasn't my imagination. So one day, I went on YouTube and searched black dog with red eyes. That's when I found your channel. When I heard you describe the exact same thing I saw, it freaked me out. Knowing someone else in this world experienced the same thing made me realize that I wasn't crazy. After watching your video and seeing you read subscriber stories, I knew I had to write this. If you ever read this, I would love to share a part 2. Because after we left Mexico, my grandparents had a similar experience. Thanks for reading, bro. Oh my god. First of all, Josh, thank you very much for sharing, bro. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for, honestly, yes, I do want to hear part 2, bro. That was a great story. I want to know what happened after. Now, we have another person that has experienced the same thing as I did. Yes, Josh, definitely. I want to know what happened next. You know my Instagram. Show me part 2 there. Let me know what you think about that one. That's a good one. That's a good one. Why Mexico though? Scary shit always happens in Mexico. I know this. Hello people. It's the next day. I read all the stories that I was gonna show on this video, and turns out my microphone was off. Yeah. So I really hope it's recording right now, because if it's not, I would be very pissed off. Anyways, let's continue, shall we? Hey Axel, my name is Stephanie, and I love your videos. Thank you very much, Stephanie, I appreciate that. This is a long story, so I apologize, but I would really love for you to read it. Hey, doesn't matter to me, it's all good. Long story, short story, I don't care, I'll read them. This happened to me when I was a kid. I believe I was in the 3rd grade at that time. I'm the middle child. My brother was the oldest, and my little sister was the youngest. Since my brother was the only boy, and our little brother had not been born yet, he had his own room. My sister and I had to share one. My little sister was still in kindergarten, and honestly, she was a spoiled one. My parents bought her a lot of toys, especially dolls. One weekend, my grandma was visiting from Mexico. She loved going to yard sales because she would buy things to take back home for people who couldn't afford much. My mom went yard selling with her that day. Well, my dad stayed home with us. When they came back, they told us to go to the living room. They had a surprise. My grandma didn't have much money, but she brought each one of us a gift, and we didn't care at all. Her love was more than enough. Aw. Yeah, absolutely. My brother got some Nintendo DS games, which were really popular at that time. Hey, I remember the Nintendo DS. I got coloring books and some crayons. I've always loved art, so I was super excited. And my little sister got a doll. But I'm not gonna lie, that doll was creepy. It looked like the real Annabelle doll. Not the movie version, but the old style one. Pale skin, red hair, blue dress, the kind of doll that just felt weird. My little sister loved it. My brother and I were honestly shocked that she did. A few weeks later, we had a family get together at our house. My little cousin, who was the same age as my sister, was over, and they were playing together in our room. Suddenly, we heard screaming. My cousin came running out, crying hysterically. My mom and aunt rushed to the room. Turns out my sister had tried to show her the doll. No one was surprised. That thing was terrifying. My parents told my sister not to bring out the doll around my cousin anymore. At the time, I ignored it. My sister loved that doll, and it was a gift from my grandma at the end of the day. But then, everything changed. Oh no, what changed? What happened? One night, I experienced sleep paralysis for the first time. I couldn't move, I couldn't scream, and I watched that doll sit up from my sister's bed. It crawled towards me and started choking me. Oh no, that's terrifying. When I finally woke up, the doll was back in my sister's bed, exactly where it was. I started screaming for my parents. My mom ran in and told me it was just a dream, but I knew that it wasn't. Something felt truly wrong about that doll. The very next day, when my sister wasn't home, I tried to throw the doll away outside. My dad caught me and grounded me. I was terrified, but more than that, I felt like I had to protect my sister. After that, I couldn't sleep in my room anymore. I asked my brother if I could stay in his room. He didn't mind. His room was big, and he also had a small couch I could sleep on. One Friday night, our parents let us stay up late. We were playing video games when around midnight, someone knocked on my brother's door. We thought it was our parents. My brother said yes. No one answered. Uh-oh, that doesn't sound good. I got up and opened the door. Nobody was there. We checked our parents' room. They were dead asleep. The bathroom, empty. Then we checked my room. The doll was right there, sitting next to my sister. My brother heard the knock too. I knew I wasn't going crazy. We ran back to his room, locked the door, said a prayer, and went to sleep. The next morning, we told our parents. They didn't believe us. Why do parents never believe their kids, man? That's wild. Weeks passed, and things got worse. We would hear footsteps at night, whispers, objects going missing or being moved. My brother wasn't someone who scared easily, so when he told me that he was afraid, I knew this was serious. Then one night, my sister screamed at the top of her lungs, said that the doll was standing over her and showing her visions of our parents being. That was it. With my little sister now scared of the doll, my parents finally put that doll in a box and stored it in a closet. Even my dad admitted that he heard footsteps at night and thought it was us. My mom called my grandma, who was very religious, told my mom that the house needed to be blessed. A priest came and blessed the house with holy water. Things felt calm for a while. One day, my mom went grocery shopping and my dad was still at work. We were home alone. When we heard footsteps coming up the stairs to our apartment, we thought it was my dad. Then there was a knock. My dad always carried keys, so I felt weird that he would knock. We looked outside, nobody was there. Then my brother made a mistake. He opened the door, and that's where I believe that he let something in. Not someone, something. A chair in the kitchen moved by itself. The lights started flickering, and my sister ran out, screaming, saying she saw a black figure with red eyes, red tongue, and horns in, oh my god, and horns in her room. Oh my god, that's terrifying. That was it. We grabbed the doll from the closet, wrapped it in newspaper, and burned it. Yeah, I would have done that a long time ago. We told our parents everything, and this time, they believed us. Surprisingly, we threw what was left of that doll away, but it was a little too late. Things didn't get better. My sister was terrified and left my parents very worried. My dad thought the only way to get away from all this was to move, and that's what we all did. A few months later, after what my sister saw, we moved out. The end. Wow. Thank you very much for sharing, Stephanie. I appreciate that a lot. Damn, that sucks that you guys had to move though. I'm sorry that happened to you. The fact that all this was happening while you were in 3rd grade and you still remember all this, that's how you know this is terrifying shit. Very well, people. I believe that was it for today's video. These 2 stories were actually very long stories, so I guess it would be good for me to keep these 2 stories in just this video for this week. But that doesn't mean that I'm done, people, because next week we are doing a part 3 of reading your guys' scary stories. So go ahead and start writing down the stories. Follow me on IG and DM me your stories right there. Thank you very much for watching if you made it this far. You know I don't ask you guys for much. If you guys would really want to do me one quick favor, please hit that like button, comment down below, tell me what you think of this video. Do you guys want to see more videos like these? Do you guys want me to change it up a bit more? And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe so you won't miss any of my future uploads. All right, people, that was it for tonight. Yeah, that story, both stories, they were so good. The creepy doll one scared me a little bit the most because, yeah, I do not fuck with scary dolls, bro. No, I'm good. Anyways, people, I will see you all at the next. Thank you for watching. Peace.